Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 156. Hunting for rare materials to tame the purple flame. The valley air thickens with the scent of bitter herbs and the corrosive weight she carries in her veins. Through the silence of their shared isolation, a different heat pulses beneath his skin, fueled by a stolen violet radiance. As the midday glare strikes the earth, his eyes snap open to reveal a gaze flickering with the jagged hunger of a sunborn fire. Since the day little fairy doctor woke from her poison-induced coma, life in the small valley had returned to its quiet rhythm. Xiaoyan knew her secret, yet he had not pulled away. That simple acceptance touched her. She spoke to him now with a freedom she had never known, offering him her total trust. Time flowed smoothly. Inside Xiaoyan, the purple flame grew like a rising sun. He spent every hour in focused cultivation, aided by the potent purple spirit source. Without that miraculous liquid, it would have taken years to bring the flame to this level of strength. Xiaoyan opened his eyes under the harsh glare of the sun. Purple fire danced in his dark pupils for a long moment before fading away. He did not retreat to the shade. He squinted at the sky, raised his hand, and gave a sharp command.
Emerge.
Purple flames erupted. They did not just coat his palm, they raced up his arm, stopping only at the elbow. Xiaoyan grinned at the sight of his limb transformed into a pillar of fire. He slammed his fist into the earth. A thunderous crack echoed through the valley as the ground split. Jagged fissures raced outward, stopping only when they bit into the distant cliff walls.
The power is incredible,
Xiaoyan said, his voice tight with awe.
It is acceptable,
Yao Lao said, drifting from the ring.
But the flame is reaching the limit of your control. If you push further without action, it will turn on you.
Xiaoyan nodded. He could feel it. The flame in his chi vortex no longer moved with total obedience. He was becoming restless.
Then we refine it tomorrow at noon. But first, you must prepare.
Xiaoyan stood up.
What else do I need?
Refining a flame to evolve your technique is a dangerous path.
Yao Lao said.
This flame is not yet a true heavenly flame, but your strength as a 9-star Dou Qi is still low. You need 2 specific pills to survive the process. A protective vein pill and an ice heart pill. Both are tier 2.
Xiaoyan frowned. He was only a tier 1 alchemist.
Your purple flame is stronger than ordinary Dou Qi fire.
Yao Lao explained.
That gives you an edge. The protective vein pill will shield your pathways while the flame forced its way through. The ice heart pill will keep your mind clear. If the wild nature of the flame infects your spirit, you will lose everything.
Xiaoyan took the warning to heart. Yao Lao tapped his forehead, transferring the formulas. Most of the herbs grew right here in the valley, but the recipe called for 2 specific monster cores, a rank 2 wood attribute core and a rank 2 ice attribute core. Xiaoyan already had a wood core from a previous hunt. He lacked the ice core. He found little fairy doctor in the valley, her head buried in a poison manual. He explained that he had to leave the valley to hunt. She offered to come along, but he shook his head. He could not guarantee her safety against a rank 2 beast. She sighed and handed him a small black pill she had crafted herself, a parting gift of poison, just in case. Xiaoyan thanked her, tucked the pill away, and sprinted toward the cliff. He leaped into the air, his feet kicking off the stone with a muffled boom. At the top of the ridge, Xiaoyan glanced back at the girl waving from below. He shivered, and the purple cloud wings unfurled from his back. They shimmered with a violet luster in the sun. With a powerful beat of his wings, he dived toward the massive green expanse of the magical beast mountains. An hour of searching yielded nothing. The mountains were vast, and ice attribute beasts were rare. Finally, he asked Yao Lao for help. The old man closed his eyes, his spiritual perception reaching out across the forest. He pointed toward the southeast.
There is a rank 2 ice beast that way,
Yao Lao said.
but there is a complication. Do you still want to go?
Xiaoyan popped a Qi recovery pill into his mouth and beat his wings harder.
Let's see what it is.
As he closed the distance, the sound of shouting drifted up through the trees. A group of mercenaries was in trouble. Xiaoyan folded his wings, the tattoos settling back onto his skin. He dropped through the canopy and landed on a thick branch to survey the scene. Below him, dozens of men from the Blood Battle Mercenary Company were fleeing in terror. 2 rank 2 beasts were tearing through their ranks. Xiaoyan recognized them. He saw the girl linger, trip over a stone. A massive beast lunged for her, its jaws wide and dripping with foam. Xiaoyan moved to help, but a large man dived from the brush first. He swung a broadsword coated in thick Dou Qi, parrying the beast's claws.
Uncle Phi Lei!
Linger cried out.
Get back!
Phi Lei shouted. He was a 2-star doshi, but even he looked grim facing 2 rank 2 monsters. The mercenaries tried to rally. A woman named Tin Hip stepped forward, her dark, sun-bronzed skin tight over lean muscles. She wore black leather that left her midriff bare, moving with the grace of a jungle cat. She caught Linger and pulled her back, barking orders to the others. The ice-tight beast roared. It slammed its paws down, sending a wave of frost across the clearing. The mercenaries screamed as the cold bit into their bones, freezing their shields and slowing their blood. The formation shattered. Phi Lei looked up toward the trees.
Friend,
He yelled.
we are all hunters here. If you can help us, the Blood Battle Company will owe you a great debt.
Xiaoyan stayed hidden for a breath, then called out.
I will kill the ice beast, but the monster core belongs to me.
He is yours.
Phi Lei shouted back. Xiaoyan dropped from the trees like a stone. He hit the ground in a cloud of dust, the heavy Xuan ruler already in his hand.
Xiaoyan?
Ta Gang gasped, recognizing the massive black weapon.
We can catch up later.
Xiaoyan said.
Let's kill this thing first.
He blurred into motion. He appeared at the beast's flank, the heavy Xuan ruler whistling through the air. The heavy black metal slammed into the monster's ribs, tossing its massive frame through the trees. Tin Heap watched from behind him, her jaw dropping. This slender boy had just sent a rank 2 beast flying like a toy. The monster scrambled up, its eyes glowing red with fury. It opened its mouth and spat a dozen jagged ice shards. Xiaoyan spun the ruler, the metal clanging as it deflected the projectiles. A thin layer of frost tried to creep up the weapon, but Xiaoyan let his purple fire flare, melting the ice instantly. The beast roared again. A thick coat of white ice armor grew over its fur, turning it into a living statue of frozen crystal. It charged. Xiaoyan did not raise his ruler. He let the weapon drop to the side and tightened his fist. Purple fire roared around his arm. He took a breath and lunged forward, meeting the beast head on. Is he crazy? Someone whispered.
8 extremities crumble.
Xiaoyan's fist connected. The purple flames didn't just hit the ice armor. They turned it to steam. His hand punched through the crystal and buried itself deep in the monster's skull. The sound was a dull, wet thud. Xiaoyan stood there for a moment, his arm elbow deep in the beast's head. Blood dripped onto the grass. He exhaled slowly and pulled his arm back, reaching for a cloth to wipe away the gore. The rank 2 beast, the creature that had hunted dozens of men, stood still for a heartbeat. Then it collapsed into the dirt, dead before it hit the ground.